Hello, and welcome back to the 2020-21 Vassar Athletics Awards ceremony. Once again, I'm Amy Canfield, Assistant Director of Athletics for Communications, and it is my extreme honor to present to you the Rookie Performer of the Year from a women's team. Before we announce this year's winner, I'm pleased to introduce you all to our top 4 finalists for this year's honor. From women's track and field, Heather Quaffo. From women's lacrosse, Lauren Johns. From women's swimming and diving, Sarah Quintana. And from women's tennis, Sophie Shen. Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being here. Now, this award is given to one male and one female student athlete that is designated as a freshman in recognition of outstanding athletics performance in a Vassar Athletic Department sponsored sport over the course of a current single academic year. It recognizes athletic excellence attained individually and in the context of team, league, conference, regional, and/or national competition. Each of our top 4 finalists has made an incredible impact in their sports this past season, despite the global pandemic, and as rookies. I'd like to briefly read a portion of their nomination submitted by their coaches. Even with only virtual on-campus competition, Sarah was the fastest VC swimmer in practically all events in which she competed this season, including the 100 free, 200 free, 500 free, 50 back, 200 back, 200 IM, and the 100 back. For all the outstanding marks she put forth in virtual competition, it is incredibly likely in a normal, non-COVID season, Sarah would not only be in contention to break numerous school records, but would also be a top dual meet competitor, a top contender in multiple events at the league championship, and a contender for NCAAs. In short, the future is incredibly bright. Lauren is a talented goalkeeper who earned a starting role on our team this year. She's incredibly quick and sound in her technique. An All Liberty League honorable mention selection this year, Lauren has a terrific work ethic and is adept at reading shooters, making saves, and sending strong clears. Her 11.67 saves per game average places her among the nation's elite already as a first-year player. She has a great future ahead, and we're thrilled for such early success in her career. Heather is a huge talent and has worked through a lot of adversity in her first year at Vassar. Given the difficult year we had through all the ups and downs, she communicated clearly and showed up every day. Even when it looked like we might not have a season, she stayed open-minded and worked with the coaching staff to improve every day, ending the season as the Liberty League East champion in the 4x100 meter relay and the long jump with a school record distance. With her outstanding ability, work ethic, and mindset, we will be hearing about Heather's success often and at a high level in her remaining 3 years as a Brewer. Sophie quickly established herself as an exceptional team member and competitor here at Vassar. The Liberty League Rookie of the Year and an All Liberty League first team selection, she posted a 12-1 record, going 6-0 in singles and 5-1 in doubles action to earn All League second team honors. Her strong work ethic and coachable approach combined with her positive attitude allowed her to make great strides of progress very quickly in all of these areas. There is no ego or attitude from Sophie, only modesty and the drive to improve. She comes to practice ready to work with no excuses. This unobtrusive leadership has already had a profoundly positive impact on the Vassar team. And now you know why these are our top 4 finalists for this award. Incredible words for all of our honorees. And at this time, I'd like to actually hear from our honorees. So we're going to start with Sarah. In your nomination, your coach mentioned that you were the fastest VC swimmer in your events. Likely, if a season had occurred beyond virtual meets, would have seen you in the mix for a number of awards. What kept you focused on training your hardest despite not having what some would call a traditional competitive season?
Yeah, obviously it was really devastating hearing the news that we wouldn't get a traditional season, and just the amount of opportunities that we wouldn't get to have like as a team as a whole, or like getting to compete against other schools in person. But I think this experience with everything with COVID, I think it really brought out my true appreciation for the sport and how I didn't really need competitions in order to maintain that appreciation. And just given the way that we had to conduct our training, we were given like small training groups, and I have to give my hat off to my fellow training group partners. They were amazing. They really supported me throughout the season, as well as the entirety of the other members of VCSD, as well as of course, Coach Liesel and now Coach Mark, who has just joined us this semester. They have been incredible in helping me feel supported on the team and making my transition to college swimming like possible and the best I could ever even have asked for. And I'm really excited for my next 3 years because of that.
Absolutely. That's so exciting. Thank you so much. Next, let's go to Lauren. So you came in off the bench in your first game with the Brewers and you made an impact each game after that. With such a short and up and down season, what did it mean for you to dive in and make such an impact for your team?
Yes, it's definitely been such a crazy year, especially with the uncertainty coming into the spring, not knowing if we would have a season or not. So I'm really just overall just so appreciative of the opportunity to have a season, as well as to just be able to play with my teammates every day, if that was in with more restrictions or not. So it really just been such a rewarding and such an exciting experience, especially having the opportunity to play. So yeah, I'm just really excited to have the opportunity to just continue to work and continue to play with all my teammates. But it really has been such an exciting time. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next, let's go to Heather. So in a season that had its own challenges, you truly made your rookie season count. How fulfilling was it for you to, not only be able to compete, but to be a two-time champion at the Liberty League East Championships, and then you broke a long-standing record in the long jump. How does that feel?
It was definitely very fulfilling, especially because we had such limited opportunities for competition this season coming out of the pandemic. So I just think that being able to be there and share the experience with the rest of my teammates who are all extremely hardworking and extremely kind athletes, that for me was really the most fulfilling part. And I think going into the meet, I kind of just told myself to try to put the pieces of my training together and apply everything that my coaches had taught me over the season. So I already knew that the championship would be a win no matter what the result was. But I think that being able to break the school record and also place in my events was really the icing on the cake for me. So I was really grateful I had the opportunity to experience that.
Absolutely. And for me as the announcer of that meet, it was tons of fun to watch, and you had probably the loudest cheering squad I've ever heard in my life. So very cool. And so finally, we are going to go to Sophie. You made an impact day one on the court, and obviously it showed in your record and in the league's recognition at year end. What was the key for you in establishing yourself, with your squad to be able to make that kind of impact?
Thank you. Yeah. I think what really helped for me was like we really established our team culture from the beginning, and Kathy asked us like some qualities that we valued in a good team, and we all said that effort was really important, and just it kept everyone accountable because even if you're not playing well, like your effort still helps someone else improve. And I think this season I just felt like a lot closer to my teammates, and I went into my matches just trying to focus on like playing my best and worry about the results later. And also like my teammates were super helpful and managing my nerves in the first couple matches. And I think like a turning point for me was when we played Union, and Kara and I were had to come back in our doubles, and like I felt that after we won that match, I was more confident that I was able to like play well when it mattered, and just I had the ability to win in tight situations. So yeah, I think my teammates just really helped me like come out as a freshman. Yeah.
Definitely teamwork is the common sense I get out of all these responses. Thank you so much. And thank you so much again for joining me. Thank you so much for taking the time and giving such wonderful and thoughtful answers. You all had amazing rookie seasons, whether you got to compete in front of people, whether you got to compete against other teams or not. Truly something to really be proud of for your rookie season here at Vassar. It is now time to unveil the 2020-21 Rookie Performer of the Year from a women's team.
And the award goes to Sophie Shen, women's tennis.
First, I would like to say I feel so honored and grateful to even be considered for this award. We all weren't sure that we would even get a season this year, so I'm very thankful to the administration and athletics department for all their work. I also would like to congratulate all the other finalists on their accomplishments this year, and I wish you all the best in your future seasons. I would like to first thank Coach Kathy and Mark for all their hard work this year with each of our team members. Their encouragement has garnered so much improvement on our team and a great positive atmosphere. I also would like to thank Coach Alice and Gabe for all they do to run Lift, which has really helped improve my fitness and athleticism. Also to Susie for always helping our team prepare and recover after long matches. I also owe a huge thank you to Melina for her selfless leadership as our captain and for being a fantastic teammate and friend. Also, I am so glad I had the opportunity to have Kara as my doubles partner this season. She has been a joy to share the court with and a major factor in my doubles improvement. Thank you to all my amazing teammates who have made the season so special and made such an enjoyable environment to be in. I would also like to thank my coaches from home, who I still keep in contact with, and especially Daniel, my coach through all of middle and high school, who passed away this past fall. Lastly, I cannot thank my parents enough for always supporting me, taking me to countless junior tournaments, and continuing my love for tennis.